In this video, I'm going to talk about the scaphoid fracture, what's it like, how it feels, how do you fall when you have injury like this, and what to expect in the future. What's good, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm talking about the scaphoid fracture, the most crucial fracture to have as an athlete or person who plays high impact sports, etc. Ultimately, the scaphoid fracture is a small bone in your hand that connects your hand like a bearing. The movements are essential for a healthy, mobile hand, and if you break it, it can severe and cut off blood flow, which can cause arthritis and carpal tunnel if not properly healed. And it's also an extremely painful injury if you continue to fall on it. So in my case, I broke the right one first, but it creeped up on me. And then after it started to constantly hurt when I would fall, I finally got it diagnosed and it was a hand fracture. It didn't hurt enough for me to get it checked out until I kept getting frustrated that I would get a pinch of pain for 30 seconds and then it would dissolve constantly when I fell. And then the second hand, my left hand, my actual writing hand, I fractured when I was visiting my hometown, and I did a simple front no slide on the ledge at my local skate park, and I stuck so much that my body flew backwards, and I put my hand out to save me before my body actually broke the impact. So that's what caused this one to fracture. They were separate times, so I had separate modes of healing. That's kind of where I am today. They're both healed, but I can't say they're healed completely or successfully because every time I skate and fall, I end up having severe pain in my wrists, and it's pretty tough, and it can create discomfort or lack of confidence when trying tricks or skating high impact. What I'm going to talk about right now is how I felt skateboarding before the injury and skateboarding after the injury. The main thing that I noticed is the confidence on impact and falling and learning new tricks was fully confidence and joy, and just knowing and having the confidence that I can maneuver and learn new tricks, and falling isn't really an issue because you can roll out of it successfully. Most skateboarders know how to fall, so it's quite comforting knowing you can just send it and come out pretty clean, you know? But after the injury, I noticed falling and the confidence diminished just a little bit because I know for a fact if I'm falling and stretching my hands out completely, like 90, and putting the impact on it, it's going to be painful, and the pain isn't going to go away very quickly. So it's something that shies me away from higher impact features. It's pretty frustrating because I grew up skating high impact stuff. I always loved skating down drops growing up, and then stair sets, handrails, which I still do. The process of bailing hurts more than it did then now, and that's the major thing, is skating high impact and falling is extremely frustrating. That brings me to the next topic, which is how do you fall with a injured scaphoid. There's a technique I use to fall without actually hurting my wrist too severely. So I'm going to explain to you how I fall successfully with not properly healed scaphoid fractures. Just to let you know, the scaphoid fracture is literally just this bone right here, in this region right here. It's like a little bean that rests here. Anyways, to fall, most people go as soon as they throw down, bail, they put their hands down and it's like stretched out and it's no big deal, right? You can push back off comfortably. But this on impact really is painful for me on both, to be honest. So to strategically do it, I actually put most of the weight on the palm like this, and I roll out of it like this pretty much. Most of the time it's like palm in the fist, and then I just push myself over onto my back. That's how I successfully fall and roll with injured hands. Not sure if you're familiar, but Corey Duffel actually has a scaphoid fracture. His hand got fused, and the reason I know this is because I met him at a pizzeria in Niagara Falls at a Take the Cake, which is hosted by West 49, I'm pretty certain. I met him there, and he actually explained this to me and my family and my friends, that he has issues with his hands and falling on outstretched hands. Like his right hand only moved like this much, which is crazy. So all that gnarly falling that Corey Duffel does, and to this day, it's even more respectful when I watch Corey Duffel because I know he's going through pretty crazy hand injuries. But it's ironic because when I met him, I had no hand injuries, and now I'm here to tell you the story of how it actually feels to have those injuries. So it's quite ironic, but great story, and I'm very glad that I met Corey Duffel. Honestly, I was mind blown. I was 13 years old, and yeah, I met him at a pizzeria. All in all, basically, I must manage my wrist when skateboarding. I can still have lots of fun, but when I fall, I have a little bit of a strategy to doing it. That is what you can expect if you do not treat your scaphoid fracture immediately or do proper physiotherapy to strengthen it. And that's my firsthand experience. So if you have a scaphoid fracture, take care of it, do what you can, spend the money on physio, and you'll be blessed that you did so. This is my experience. I just wanted to share it with you guys to give you a general idea of how I manage skateboarding with an injury that is hard to take impact on. Skateboarding is so fall prone, and it's a necessity. It's a part of skateboarding. This is how I deal with it. So thanks for watching, everyone. Hopefully this gives you some idea of and hope or urgency to go fix yourselves. Thanks again, guys. I'm going to end this video off on that note. And as always, ciao.